Hi, my name is Austin Juliano. Today we're going to talk about your 2020 social media marketing strategy. What we're going to do is cover very fundamentals of social media marketing that are universal across all platforms that you need to know to be successful. But then we're going to jump right into what has changed and what you need to do moving into 2020 to get the optimal results. We're going to talk about the main platforms, which ones you should be on based off of your business goals, and how to grow on each and every single one of them, because they're different strategies you need for each one to grow, plus some of my favorite tools and strategies to get the maximum amount of results for the least amount of time and energy. The fundamentals of social media marketing. Now, this section we're going to go through briefly because a lot of this information may be something you already know, but if you have questions about anything, make sure you ask them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. Social media marketing should not be your only mechanism for generating leads and sales in your business. It's just one part of a greater whole. And a thing I see often is people expect social media marketing to make them sales right away. This is a long-term game. Really look at measuring your success in 3, 6, 12 months from today when you start, and you have to be consistent about it. Social media marketing also is best for generating awareness for your brand versus going directly for those sales. If you want to focus on sales, you 100% need to be investing in email marketing. There are awesome resources like MailChimp, which is free, up to 2,000 email subscribers, I believe it is. The tool I use is called ConvertKit. I love it. It's a fantastic tool. It's paid. There is benefits to having paid. When it comes to social media marketing, you're gonna wanna make sure you have a marketing funnel. There's a lot of people who talk about it, but very simply, a marketing funnel is a system for getting people who don't know anything about you to somehow be able to communicate with them on a one-on-one fashion and then eventually lead to a sale. Now, a simple marketing funnel that you've probably seen on websites is you can sign up to their email list and they give something away for free, like a workbook or a video course. This is called an opt-in. And in exchange for your name and your email address, you get this resource. And then they send you email blast after email blast after email blast talking about the problems that are in that industry, giving value and nurturing that relationship. And then eventually there's some sort of sale or a flash deal or some reason to make a purchase. It's a very simple marketing funnel. There are more complex ones. Your business, you need to just build a funnel. And from there, you start looking at metrics and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And we're gonna get heavily into metrics in a little bit here. 100% have to be creating video content. If you're not creating video content, you are already behind. There are so many people vying for attention that it means you have to be so much better than everybody else. Every single major social media is now video first because those platforms want their audiences to stay on it as long as possible. The longer you're on a platform, the more money that platform makes. Therefore, the most important metric for your social media marketing is watch time, is views, is how long you are keeping somebody on that site. When it comes to creating viral video content, there are 4 different categories you need to be thinking about when you create your content. Those 4 categories are entertainment, evergreen, trend jacking, and motivation. Entertainment is grabbing people's attention and keeping them to watch all the way through. The second one is evergreen. These are pieces of content that will last for a long time. How-to articles. The opposite end of that is trend jacking, which is this is not gonna last. There's lots of interest. There are lots of searches. How do I create a piece of content that captures that energy and excitement that's on the internet right now and ride that wave? And finally, motivation. There are 2 different ways you can motivate. You can do the inspirational, motivational videos that you see on YouTube where it gets you all excited. But the other way you motivate is you actually break something down and show people the path to achieve a goal so easily, so successfully that they feel inspired to go and take action. Every viral video you're going to see in 2020, at least in 2 of these categories, more than likely 3, and if it hits all 4, it's 100% a viral hit. Motivation/inspiration, evergreen, trend jacking, entertainment. Those are the 4 categories you want to try and fit your piece of content into and go for 2 or 3. Let's talk about planning your content for social media marketing for the next 3 to 6 months. What I do when planning my social media content is I start by thinking of concepts that make sense for my audience. We've all heard the idea of a niche. It's one area of focus. This is extremely important in 2020 because it's not just your audience that's important anymore for you determining your niche, it's also the algorithms. Every single one of these platforms has so much data on us, it is scary AF. But the good thing behind this is it is smart. It understands what type of content you're creating and it serves that type of content to the people who are most likely to appreciate it, which allows you an easier time attracting in the right clientele, the right audience. If you are creating multiple different niches of content on a single platform, the algorithm gets confused. And then what I do is I break down all of the potential content into 3 different categories. Those 3 categories are awareness, consideration, and conversion. Awareness is what type of content do I create that just makes my audience aware that they have a problem. The whole idea of building a brand is you're solving a need. Maybe that need is you need to laugh and you're just trying to be a comedian. Maybe that need is you're a business that performs a service. Okay, what are those frequently asked questions? Maybe you are selling a product. They are shoes or a cup. What is the need? It's not just holding a glass of water. There's something more to it that you have to identify for your audience. Understand what their needs are and start writing out content that would make sense in that awareness stage. The consideration stage is what makes me unique and different compared to all the competition out there. There is 100,000 graphic designers living in the United States right now. And every single one of them is competing for that money, that attention, trying to get that business. So what makes you different as a graphic designer? Maybe it's your style. If you've got a unique style nobody else can replicate. Maybe it's your reputation. Maybe it's your process for designing. There are so many different things that can make you unique and different, but you need to identify what those are and start creating content that helps people make a smarter decision. The worst thing you can try and do is try and force a sale. Nobody is going to be forced into giving you money unless you have a gun to their head. The best thing you can do is educate your potential customer on why you are the right or maybe not the right fit for their particular need. By educating why somebody else is better than you are in a particular area, but this is the one area you excel, actually makes you stronger in your marketing. You want to narrow down who you're trying to market to. So that consideration stage is the perfect place to do it. And then finally is the conversion stage, which is how do I get somebody to act and say yes? Do I have a promotion that's going on? Is there a holiday? Is there some sort of event that would make sense for them to say, hell yes, this is so much value, I absolutely need to move forward on this. Awareness, consideration, conversion. This is the baseline. You've probably seen a marketing funnel that talks about this. From there, once I've identified all the different headlines, for example, of the pieces of content I can create, and I've put them in their awareness, consideration, conversion buckets, I start looking at those 4 categories of types of content to create: motivational, trend jacking, evergreen, entertainment, and determine which 2 of those I can utilize designing my piece of content. After I design out each bucket, awareness, consideration, conversion, and I kind of have an idea of the type of content I want to make, then it's just as simple as plopping it into a calendar and saying, this is the dates I want to publish this article, this video, this piece of content. Then I need to schedule a few days before that to have the finalized version, review it, make any minor edits, and then you look at your promotion strategy. Where can I go to do promotion?